Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Center Parc Stadium in Atlanta, home to the Georgia State Panthers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Georgia State Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The kickoff team is on the field and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Power football with the run. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams.
There he goes! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. The short hands. It's Galladay. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Finds his man. It's Galladay. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Georgia State jumps back to the line. Might be changing the route. They just keep firing. He turns that loose down the right side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia State. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
They'll run it from the gun. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Quick pass on the jet motion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He'll take it himself. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's looking deep. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Looking for a gap. It's Kamara. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Motion from the wideout. They'll try to run for it. Inside the 40. Oh, he's got some space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice 3rd down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it 3rd and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass on 2nd down. Into the end zone. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. 2nd down coming up. The give to the tailback. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Touchdown, Panthers. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And a really nice job understanding, I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the run. Turning it on. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
To the air on 2nd down. He's got the back in the middle. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And that's a first down for the offense.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work.
3:25.
Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Let's go.
The give to the back. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy. A 42-yarder from the left hash. Splits the uprights. Good. Now the lead is down to 11. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. East Carolina is running away with things, and I'm not sure anyone inside that program saw this coming today. They're up by 21 over UTEP. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires it down the seam. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that ball.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals. He lets it fly. He caught it. Touchdown, MTSU. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Stevenson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wants to go up top on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The offense changing the play. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Gonna have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Caught in the backfield. It's Payne. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Tight end getting vertical.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Spits it out to the back. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And to just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the owner.
Now the play fake. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Connection to the right. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. A great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia State.
You never know how it happens, but it happens. Defenses lose sight of those big, huge, pass-catching tight ends. You could tell there, maybe bit on the play fake a little bit too much. Lost him for a second. He takes care of the rest and gets the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Going over the top. Snags it down the right side. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little.
But one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Man, that's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. He spins that thing down the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Timeout, Middle Tennessee.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He rifles one deep down the right side.
Well, if at first you succeed, try again. They've already linked up twice for touchdown passes, so no question the quarterback here still in the first half looking for his go-to guy, but you got to give the defense credit there. They were expecting it, and they were able to make sure that one fell incomplete.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. He's going to fire deep. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
To the air on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This timeout from the offense, they'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. One more snap coming before halftime.
Here we go, here we go.
Throws it back. Under fire. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Middle Tennessee, 17.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Wants to fire on second down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
When you get the incompletion there on third down, you've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down one possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, then you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this, and you've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They'll give it to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Panthers can really attack on this 2nd and short. He wants to change this route. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
He breaks a tackle, and he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Breaks into the open. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Blue Raiders! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, that's a nice number.
He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
25.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Stevenson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Pulls and fires complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done, though.
They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. On the run, deep down the right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, and that's tough, man. Golly, you got him wide open. And that cat can roll. You're not talking about, a guy that's an average runner on the outside. You got to give him a little bit of a chance to run underneath that, put a little more air underneath it, but he just overshoots the runway.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse. I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Makes the grab down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Going for it all. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
They booted away on 4th down. And they'll mark it down at the 30.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
That's caught. It's Kamara. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. And the Panthers will line it up on 1st and 10.
A lot of times the QB is going to drop back and try to make a big play, What's your safe option if nothing's there? Slip it to your running back. Let him catch it. Let him go get a first down for you.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And you don't see that often where you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. We reached the break. Georgia State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He'll try to take it back. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Leaves it with the running back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And, man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
These corners going to give them some space. Fears the pressure. Pulls in the deep ball. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll leave it with him. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Oh, they're after him! And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this offense has to stay out of these 3rd and long situations, man. They get in these predictable situations. That's why they punted last time. Like, got to stay a little bit more balanced, got to protect their quarterback so they don't know they're dropping back to pass in difficult 3rd down situations.
It's complete to the right. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity because 1st and 2nd down was ugly. They come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable 4th down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
Makes the grab, ready for the 1st down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And that's good enough.
Listen, it's go time. We're trailing. It's the 4th quarter. We got to get a little bit more aggressive. I like the call. I like going for it, and especially because we made the completion and got the 1st down.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Knocked down the knot before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive line when he gets to the QB.
He got it. And guys, we are deadlocked here in the final period. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. FIU is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. They're trailing by 10 to ULM. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. There he goes! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
The pull and throw off the RPO. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught behind the line. It's Galladay. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Got a man. It's Kamara. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. Used the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Galladay. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Rides the back and leaves it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Timeout, Middle Tennessee.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, here we go.
Motion from the back. To the air on 2nd down. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
He's got it on the move. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Georgia State comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll run it. Touchdown, Georgia State. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
Middle Tennessee, 28.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
Here's a throw downfield late. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk glass, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here tonight.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another